Good afternoon and welcome to the Irish Weather Network. I'm Carl. Well, this weekend is completely different than last weekend when we had that easterly winds and the snow across the island in places, especially the western half of the island. Some southern areas as well got a good bit of snow. Well, this week we had a glorious weather in some afternoons, especially in the early days of the week, with the rain falling at night and the sunshine during the day, which will take all the time. Now, this weekend, unfortunately, started off wet and windy with a band of rain across the island, which is clearing from the south at the moment. So, by the evening time, we'll have drier weather pushing up from the south, but it's only temporary because we have another rain belt approaching from the south. And this is heavier rain that's going to affect the entire country through daylight hours tomorrow. It's going to be windy as well. So, the heaviest the rain, it looks like, through the southwest and the western regions at this time with strong to near gale force south or to southwest winds. Now, Sunday seems to be the better day of this weekend with just light rain, maybe coastal drizzle across the west and the southwest at times, drier further to the east and north with some sunny spells as well, so I won't feel too bad outdoors as well. Temperatures on the whole, I'd say roughly around about 11 to 13 during the day, not falling too far at night, probably staying around about between 7 to 10 degrees at night. But we have a warm southerly winds over the continent here at the moment, which are going to bring warmer, milder air over the southeast of England in particular, which could reach 15 or 16 degrees during Sunday afternoon around this region here. So, but that's going to stay away from us. As you can see now in the wider picture, we have a lot of mild air across the continent. The cold air is still over now Siberia and northern parts of Scandinavia, and also still affecting parts of the US mainland. So, a snapshot into next week. We will have, it's probably going to be unsettled to begin with, but as you go through the week, we look like we're going to have high pressure building up from the south and another high pressure from Scandinavia maybe joining. So it looks like it's just going to get a little bit cooler but drier and settled with some decent spells of sunshine. So hopefully this comes off, and this time next week we'll have see proper weather than this southwesterly's mild, moist air mass that we're so used to at this time of year. Now, just taking a further look, and I'll show you a chart here. This is the GFS ensembles. And what the ensembles are, it's a 30-member run. So the computers run 30 different times, 30 different ways, and to get a possible outcome. Now, once the ensembles there, all these little squiggly spaghetti lines, as we call them, once they're close together, they all agree. And this is only 2 days away from now the 21st. So as you see, then they agree here again, but as you go out and further in time, they start to branch off different ways. And that's how accurate it can get on the longer run. So this is down here, we're now the 7th of March down this area here, which is 2 weeks away. So we have the 30-year average, the 81 to 2010 30-year mean, which is the red line here. So that's what you expect the average over the time of this part of the year. So you're talking about between, say, 8 to 10 degrees Celsius by day and night, over day and night. So it gives you the average. Obviously, if it dips below this, it's colder weather. And if it goes above it, it's milder weather. This down here is the precipitation. Again, when all the member runs are close together like this, there's a good agreement of rain. So this is like Saturday here, and the rain is going to fall here, coincides with the milder air here. And then we have next week, we look like we're going to get nice and kind of milder weather, but at a cost of a lot of rain here. So this is between the 23rd and 25th. And then the mean, which is the white line, comes down and branches off and levels out, and no rain here. So this could be the high pressure for the next weekend, trying to settle in. So anything after this here is a bit guesswork. So you see that some of the member runs are going above the average here, which indicates milder weather, and only a few are going below the mean, indicating colder weather. So look, the outlook, it's possible that it could be on a milder outlook with Atlantic dominating, as you can see with the rainfall down here. But again, this run it could be different in 12 hours time when it's run a different way again, and it could have a different outcome. So This is what we always kind of go with the GFS ensembles, and we take with a pinch of salt after 5 days, because this could turn into a colder outlook, and then the run after that could be a milder outlook. So it's always just a case when these are close together, they agree more than the likely outcome here within the reliable time frame. Have you heard me over the last couple of weeks saying that this is the -10 isotherm line here? So if you have one member here showing a -10, well, that's only 1 hour 30. So that's the only one that's showing really cold air over across the country, and this is the first week of March. Now we have the ensemble mean, which is the white line. You can see the white line, there's the bold white line in here. This is the mean of all these runs together. So it shows you it's more or less average in between what's above here and below here, and it gives you the Y. So that's telling me that it's still going to be just on the cool side, mild side, typical kind of end of winter weather here we experience in Ireland. Now the main run is the operational run, the thick green line, and that's in here as well, and it's meanders up and down, it goes up and down, another milder spell here the first week of March, the 1st of March, and then at the end of this run it significantly takes a nosedive at the end of March. So is the GFS indicating that a cold plunge of air going to come in from the east or north by the 7th of March? Well, that's 2 weeks away, and we don't know that that's going to happen. So what I can see from this here, the ensembles, it's just showing me that it's going to be our typical weather this time of year. We're going to have mild spells, and we're going to have colder settled spells here, and then milder rainy spells with colder interludes. And that's what we expect at this time of year. And as you see, after you get beyond this time here, they start to branch out the ensemble runs and becomes less accurate. And when they're bunched together like this, it's how more accurate they are. So we can talk about the 23rd, 24th of February. We're going to have a lot of rain, but it's going to be on the mild side. So I hope this chart just, I know it's, you look at it and go, what's all these lines? But that's briefly how the ensembles, how we can take from the GFS ensembles over, say, a 2 week period. We can go longer than this again, but there's no real point because it's just complete guesswork. But as a deep cold spell, it doesn't look likely at this time of moment, and with a really mild settled spell of weather, again, it does not look likely. Only for a brief period at the end of next week, we could have a 2 or 3 day kind of cool spell with settled weather. But we'll see. Again, it's on the edge of the reliable time frame. So if you like this video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and I'll continue to make content like this. And no matter where you are, stay safe, have a good weekend, take care, bye bye.